This is the Archangel 2010 here to talk to you about Spider-Man. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can, spins a web in the sky, yada yada yada. Okay, you get the idea. Okay. Now, 3 movies in the franchise. Okay, first 2 are good and everything. And this isn't gonna be a review of the movies of the franchise, or I'm gonna try not to rant about it. I did in fact like the films. I'm glad they're rebooting it. It kinda does need a recharge. Um I would have actually would have liked to see Black Cat, mentioned cameo in the 3rd film, because there were tons of rumors swirling around that Black Cat was going to be in the 3rd film. I was a little disappointed that we didn't have her. I wasn't expecting Black Cat in the full getup. Just, Felicia Hardy, some cameo, even if it was just an article about Felicia Hardy in the movie where someone has like a line of dialogue, that would have been fine for me. Some sort of reference, to Black Cat eventually. Like if there would have been in a 4th film, then Black Cat would have been in there. But nothing. No Felicia Hardy, no Black Cat, nothing. And personally, I don't know if that costume would translate nicely to live action. In comics, it looks great, but you can draw anything in comics. You could draw a character wearing a paper bag in their head and they'll look good. But, I don't know if that would look good on actual live action type of film. The platinum blonde hair and the mask and, the, like, the cleavage with the fur and the gloves and the boots and however they decide to design the character, because that we're going to do it differently. I don't know if that would really work. Now, for the reboot, of course, they're going to have Gwen Stacy as the love interest. Now, Gwen Stacy, some people say, is Peter Parker's true love and his soulmate, and a lot of debate about the whole Mary Jane versus Gwen Stacy. Okay. This is what I have to say. In every comic, I've kind of noticed there's a little bit of a pattern when it comes to love interests. Superman sets the standard, so I'm going to use Superman as an example. Now, he has his hometown girlfriend in the comics, and it was portrayed on Smallville, known as Lana Lang. And that was his hometown girlfriend. And he really thought he was, that was his soulmate, meant to be together. That was just his, and he thought that was his true love, when that was just his first love. And later on in his adult life, he went and he met Lois Lane, who became his equal and his true love. Now, in one form of another, every character has some sort of version of that type of relationship. They have their version of a Lana Lang and a Lois Lane in their love life. Now, sometimes the character can have even more than one Lana, but that's a whole nother story. With Spider-Man, I truly think Gwen Stacy is his Lana Lang. A lot of feelings, a lot of history and everything, but it's just his first love, not his true love. And I know what some people are probably going to reference. People are going to be like, oh, but they've been through a lot. They've been through this. They've been through that. And she was the first female character created for him before Mary Jane. And in the, whatchamacallit, House of M storyline, where Scarlet Witch basically loses her mind and makes everyone's inner desires become reality. And she creates a whole different parallel reality that has all these desires in one universe, which made a great story. And he was actually married and had kids with Gwen Stacy in that universe, and Mary Jane actually had a full-length acting career. She wasn't connected to Peter Parker at all, and she was, she was playing Gwen Stacy in the Spider-Man movie in that universe, and people thought, oh, that's it. Gwen Stacy is the soulmate. No, it's like, okay, that was just him thinking with his heart, like, what could have been. That's what he wanted in the past. That is what he really wanted at one point, and he's probably still hurtful that he will never see that life with her, because that's still at one point a small part of him. But it's not like they're gonna bring back Gwen Stacy. It's not in the modern movies and cartoons and stuff. They'll probably play with that more of Gwen and Peter and that whole thing. But as far as I'm concerned, Mary Jane all the way. Mary Jane for Peter Parker all the way. Felicia Hardy, on the other hand, she is just the aggressive flirt, I think, as the great appropriate title for her. A nice way of putting it. Aggressive, flirtatious woman that she is. Not exactly a... Some people say that she is a love interest for him. They did date at one point, I believe. She is his ex-girlfriend, but date around. It's not really a love. It's not really like his full-on like love. Like the love that he had with Felicia Hardy is nothing compared to how he had with Gwen Stacy at one point. It was just like more of a casual relationship that he had with Felicia Hardy. And then when she becomes Black Cat, a whole nother scenario. Now, okay. With the movies coming out, I would really like to have a Black Cat cameo. Now, I don't mean that. Do I expect to see a woman dressed as a cat with the tight leg tech suit and the wig in the first Spider-Man reboot? No, I don't, because that's gonna be a lot to just throw in your face in one movie. Maybe just a reference that he knows Felicia Hardy, or he knows someone who knows Felicia Hardy, or an article in the newspaper about Felicia Hardy and the Hardy family, or something to that effect would be nice. Or in a reference to Mary Jane Watson, because I don't know if Mary Jane is actually going to be in the Spider-Man reboot, as far as I know. We haven't actually been hearing anything about the movie since the fact that, we're actually going to get a reboot. Other than that, and a couple of pictures we've seen a while ago, really haven't been hearing much. Not saying I'm not excited about it. I'm still excited about the film. I'm still going to watch it. It looks pretty good. I like the costume that they got and everything. And in the picture, it looks like we're actually going to get the web shooters, the actual the device that Peter made in the comics. He actually made the web cartridges. It's a tiny detail, but it makes it more authentic to the comic. I kind of got a little disappointed when they threw that out in the first film. It's like, because even if it was genetic, it wouldn't be coming out of his wrists. If you really think about where it comes out on a spider, it's like, that doesn't make any sense. So, if you look it up, you'll see what I'm saying. Because we all know webs doesn't come out of a spider's wrists. Now, there are actually a lot of video games coming out, and a lot of stuff about Spider-Man coming out, and the play. Oh god, the play. I could only imagine what that's going to be like. Mary Jane. Mary Jane. Spider-Man singing about all that. I don't know. I don't know about that. Anyway, kind of drifting around. Um, there's actually another Spider-Man game coming out. I'm not sure. Some people are be like, "Oh boy, here we go." Now, with Spider-Man video games, I think it's very difficult to really capture the true essence of Spider-Man in a video game, because there are a lot of them, and I think a lot of them come close. Um, Now, the one that's coming out recently, Spider-Man Edge of Time, I believe, looks pretty good. Slightly confusing. It actually has the storyline of Spider-Man 2099, and where Spider-Man gets killed in the past, and then the Spider-Man in the future has to kind of come and save him, and whatever. It sounds a little confusing, but it sounds like a pretty good game. There's a trailer on YouTube if you want to look it up. Spider-Man: Edge of Time. Want to look it up. It's not gonna be out for a while, I don't think. But it looks okay. I'm not, because with Spider-Man video games, they kind of don't always. They're not really consistent. They're kind of all over the place. Well, I think that's it for now. Please write a comment down below. Please subscribe for more rants, reviews, and just random funniness.